Good morning. Keep it going for the people who are taking care of us in this room, who've served us breakfast, make sure our coffee's hot. I want you to do me a favor. Look to the person to your left. Now look to the person to your right. Statistically, they tell us 1 in 3 people are beautiful. So if it's not one of them, now that I've got your attention, I'm going to ask you to clap for a couple more folks. First, I want to thank and congratulate Dr. Jim Gobelbecker and the entire team at Denver Kids for the tremendous work that they do on our behalf. And I'm talking about society's behalf, on behalf of Colorado, on behalf of Denver, every day to help lift up our young people who may need just a little boost every once in a while. And so I'm going to ask the Denver Kids team, along with Dr. Gobelbecker, to stand up and let us show our appreciation, other than just being in this room, for what you do every day. Now will all the mentors stand up? Where are the mentors? All the mentors and counselors. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is an honor to be here today, and to be real brief, Dr. Gobelbecker mentioned Denver Public Schools, and we all agree that it does indeed take a village to raise our children. It took a village to raise me, and I know every young person in this room, and I know you were just as duly impressed with Ha and Andre and Julian and Trinity and Anna and Makisha as I was. I want to thank them for standing up here and the courage it took, because I'm not sure at their age I could have done that. But I want to just depart very briefly while I have the podium and acknowledge someone who's in this room, because I don't think we say thank you enough. You know, he became superintendent while I was on city council. And since he's been the superintendent of Denver Public Schools, the graduation rate, the on-time graduation rate in this city has almost doubled, from 38% to 67%. And for African American and Latino children, the graduation rate, the on-time graduation rate in the city of Denver has doubled since he's been superintendent. And so I want to thank Superintendent Boasberg and all the educators who walk in and out of those buildings every day, underfunded, underpaid, who show up every day to be champions for our society and for our children, to say thank you to you for all that you do. Thank you so much to all our educators. Now today this room is packed. It was great to walk in here at 7:20, 7:25 and see so many people up and early. That's who we are in this great city. This fundraiser is a critical piece to supporting Denver Kids and transforming and improving young lives. They are, without a question, making a difference, giving kids the self-confidence to show up to classes ready to learn, deciding for themselves just how far they can and will go. For 72 years, educational counselors and volunteer mentors have taken an active and passionate role in caring for our kids. Countless studies show that this is what it takes and what all kids need, a caring adult in their lives. We all agree with that. When children have a caring adult in their lives, they are more likely to avoid drugs and alcohol, less likely to become early parents, more likely to be involved in extracurricular activities, and more likely to graduate on time from high school. That belief in our children, coupled with access to opportunities that increase their skills and abilities, is how we open doors for the next generation. Now, I got to tell you, not only am I proud to stand here today, but I have working for me every day someone I get to spend hours with, countless hours with every day. If you see me, you see him, typically. And he is a graduate of Denver Kids. I'm going to tell you, when we walk in the rooms, he is typically much more popular than I am. Everybody comes up to this guy and says, "Hey, Nigel." I'm like, everybody knows this guy. But to know Nigel is to really appreciate who he is and to know his full story. He is a young person, like many young people that you work with every day, who has beat the odds, first to graduate from college from his family, overcome the issues of a poor, low-income family, difficult neighborhood to grow up in. The odds were stacked against him, but there was something about him, inside of him, that says, I too can rise to the occasion. And a caring adult entered his life from Denver Kids to help lift him up, to give him that boost. Today, he serves as my executive assistant. He's traveled the world with me, this nation. He makes sure that my tie is straight, that everything we have is ready to go, and I can't do my job. I cannot imagine turning to my left or the right and not seeing Nigel there. He is so much more than what he does for a living. He can do so much more. But I want you to know today we can look at this next speaker as a shining example of what Denver Kids does in preparing the next generation of leaders to step forward. I'm so excited to bring him to the podium as your next speaker. It's kind of weird that I'm introducing this guy who takes care of me. But he not only is a guy who takes care of me, but he's also my friend. And I am so proud. Every time I look at him, I know he is a success story in Denver, from Denver Public Schools, from Denver Kids, from Denver Scholars. This is Nigel Daniels. Let's welcome him to the stage.